Oh man, it's your boy D4M Sloan. I just jumped up the porch, dirty glove bastard.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Boy, you gotta clear that, homie. Say it again, I ain't hear that, homie. Shh, here go a clear.
All right, y'all, so we got D4M Sloan jumping off the porch with us today. How you feeling?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You got a natural mean mug. Like,
Yeah.
do people be thinking you mean?
Yeah.
Like the fans, when they come up to you, do they be like,
Yeah, but I'm a good dude though. Like I'm a real genuine soul. I like to smile and all that. I don't know. Just about my look.
Now, you've had a lot of accomplishments along the way with your career, and I just want to dive into that a little bit. But before we jump into the music, I definitely want to get into your background because I know you're from Philly. I didn't know what part of Philly you was from, so if you could break it down for us.
I'm from West Philly.
Okay, so West Philly, what's the culture like over there?
As far as like Philly period or just like?
I would say like West Philly because I know they got different sides.
That shit all the same for real.
Really?
Yeah, this is probably a different. See, it's all the same. All that shit the same.
So like growing up, what would you say were like some things you're really into, like hobbies and stuff?
Boxing.
Oh, you was into boxing.
Yeah.
Do you still box a little bit or?
Yeah, a little bit.
So how is that for you? Like what would you say is your reasoning when it comes to boxing?
I like to stay in shape, but it's really because I might fuck with that celebrity boxing shit too. I might fuck with that.
So how good is the hands though? Like what we looking like with the hands?
I can turn pro right now. Floyd might sign me. I can turn pro right now. No, for real.
How long have you been doing that for?
Since I was like 6, 5.
Is that something that you broadcast or you kind of like?
Yeah, like sometimes I might post like a little clip of me sparring on Instagram. Yeah.
That's cool. I love
I
it.
don't broadcast too much. Like, I ain't in the gym every day. Ooh. But yeah.
What other hobbies would you say like you like to do outside of boxing?
Right now in life, I like shopping. If that's a hobby.
What you think? Did you see the Louis Vuitton and Pharrell collaboration?
Yeah, I think I seen Lil Uzi with it at the BET Awards.
Yeah, what you think?
It was fire. I got really look at it. I didn't really like see it. Like, well, I just seen a little glimpse of it.
What's a brand that you feel is overhyped?
I don't know. I don't know. I really can't. I can't really say like what I think is overhyped. It's a lot of these brands be like, what don't I like though? I'm trying to think. What don't I like? I don't know.
Or what is it that we could catch you in? Like, what's your favorite?
Something you can catch me in?
Yeah.
I like. I be wearing all type. I wear Balenciaga a lot though. Like shoes, I got like a lot of Balenciaga shoes.
Yeah.
Like every Balenciaga shoe that came out, I done had every one.
Really? What would you say was
except for them socks? I ain't like the Balenciaga socks.
What would you say was like your first major purchase with like your rap career?
Probably my chain. Probably was the most expensive. This D4M chain.
That whole shiny.
Yeah, that's big as shit too. Yeah, it's probably like my most expensive thing I bought. But the first thing I bought with my check, like when I got signed, I went to a Bottega store in Rodeo, and I bought this unreleased sweater.
How much did that cost you?
It was had to be like, if the shoes was like $1,500, $1,400, it had to be like $2,000, $1,500 too, like $1,600, $1,700. Yeah.
So before you got signed, were you a little reluctant on signing?
I really wish I signed earlier sometime. Like because I feel like a lot of shit in my life would be different. I'd have had homies who probably still be here, like my homie Skiano. Like I wish, like sometimes I'd be thinking, damn, like we should have been signed first time they offered us, you know?
Yeah. Wait, so how long were you rapping and when you started getting looks from different labels?
We started getting looks in like 2019, like probably like the first 500,000 views. Like when we hit 500,000, like the second song, like our third song, we started getting looks from labels. Like me and his third song together. That's probably when we started getting looks. And like every label was hitting us up. We was going to see every label out in New York, out LA, you know.
And when you say we, was it a collective at first?
Yeah,
or?
duo.
Okay. And that was that the one that I asked you about?
Skiano.
Skiano?
Yep.
Okay. So with that, I would say, like, how did you guys become a duo? Was it something where y'all grew up together, or?
We made a song called What About the Pot? And I used to be like in the studio a little bit more, cause sometimes he ain't really like going to the studio like that. But we used to always try to get him in the studio more, but he like smoking weed, like chilling with bitches and shit like that. So it was like times when he ain't really want to go to, he ain't feel like it. Like then like I ain't got nothing, I ain't writing nothing down, I don't feel like going today. But everybody kept telling me, y'all gotta make another song like this. Like we made a song that was going up, called What About the Pot? People kept saying, y'all gotta make another song like this. And like the moment we made another song like that, shit shot up on Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
that's when we got like our first like 1,000, 2,000 likes. And that shit was heavy to us at that time, like 2,000 likes, 1,000 likes, because we was getting like 400 likes or 500 likes, you know? And Instagram was going up, everybody's following us. When we seen that reaction, we said, we about to come back another, like 2 more, 3 more weeks, or like a month. We came back again with Back at It. That shit started shooting up heavy, then it hit like 500K in a month on YouTube. And that's when we stronger together.
Right. And would you say during that time of y'all really taking notice in the city, were y'all like the only ones that was really rapping for real, or?
Rapping in the city?
Yeah.
No. It was people who was like popping in the city before us. But we came a whole another way, you heard me?
Yeah. So what trends would you say y'all really created within the city?
We created breathing. We created
So it's like that, okay.
The ad-libs, like people, you hear people snapping. We created like breathing and rapping like that. We created like excessive noise, you know? We created like the saying and at every ad-lib we created rapping on club beats, Jersey club beats. We created.
How did that come about with the Jersey club beats? Because you know that's real different. Like you don't hear artists really rapping on a Jersey club beat, but now it's popular more than ever. So I would say, what did y'all's creative process look like rapping on those type of beats at the time?
I had heard this clip, some guy I know from Philly named DJ Tiz. He like a club little DJ. He make club beats. Like from back in the day, everybody was dancing to club beats back in the day. And I seen it on his Instagram. I'm like, yo, send me this ASAP. But I ain't sent it to Ski yet. I was gonna send it to him. I ain't sent it to Ski yet. But I'm listening to it in the car. I'm like, damn, this shit hard. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send it to bro later. But I just make it like a little video on Instagram. I got the bag in my hand. I got like $10,000 in my hand. And I'm rapping, good with the stick screaming, gang, gang, gang. If it's smoke, the smoke, nigga, maintain, But I post it on Instagram and go crazy. But every time I get a beat, I really send it straight to Ski, but I ain't send it to him yet. He like, what the fuck is you doing? Nigga, send it to me. Like, I need prejudice too. Like, but he knew I was gonna send it to him anyway. So I sent it to him. He posted a video on live like the same night on Instagram. His video started going crazy. Then we made the song like the next day we go in the studio. Drop it like the next 2-3 days. Shoot a video. That shit shot up like. But the pandemic happened, like it slowed it down, like all the clubs closed.
Yeah. I would say, well, I do want to ask you if you could describe what your life was like before you started taking your music career serious. What did that look like for you?
Like a year, 2 years before I take my music serious, even like transitioning into taking it serious, I used to be just like on Master Street every day, all day. Like I wasn't even had no job and like I was like selling weed all day, you know. But I really wasn't seeing no profit, like especially like when like, cause I used to be like in the clothes a lot and shit like that, like those certain shit. So I was like buying Yeezys and shit like that. Yeah. You know, going like hotels with bitches and shit like that. Like so it was just like.
You was making the money, but it was you was spending it.
Yeah. So that's how that was. And this before that, this was like trenches, like regular bad little kid outside, like, flash mobbing, fuck people up for fun and shit like that, like little cool shit like that, bad hood rat shit.
Now, what would you say was the thing that really made you decide to want to go and take your career farther with music?
Just seeing how easy it is for other motherfuckers, like seeing how other motherfuckers do it. And I know that sounds cliche as a motherfucker, right? People say, damn, seeing that this person can do it, seeing that. No, I'm like, yo, that shit, like, and then I really, like, seeing myself, like, I'm like, damn, like, I knew, like, I was always gonna be a star. Yeah. Cause, like, I'm always was the one, like, like being, like, in school and shit like that, like, class came, like, I just always had, like, a lot of attention. So I knew I was gonna be a star, like, and once I got hit by a car from boxing and shit like that, it slowed down everything, so I just.
What would you say were some challenges that you really had to face along the way of your journey with music?
One of the main challenges is like dealing with real life street shit and the music career at the same time, like losing homies and trying to be an artist. Like chasing my dream. I still got this life behind me, kind of chasing me.
Yeah, okay, so what you said earlier when you said you wish you would have signed a little earlier so that everybody could just, you know, be with you.
Yeah, signing a little earlier. I feel like even with my homie Skiano, like he had like him. He was a celebrity, and especially like everybody in the city knew him. But he would move a little regular, you know, like walking around, going to see little bitches, like just doing like little shit like that. And I feel like we was supposed to be out LA around the time he died, like, so I feel like just being out LA, working in the studio, like shit like that could have prevented that, you know?
Yeah, I would say when it came to that, as a friend, like, did you used to kind of stay on him, like, hey, like,
yeah,
you know?
like to him, I used to act like a big brother to him. You feel me? Like, I was like, bro, what the fuck? He used to be mad. Like at the time he'd be ducking me. Like he took me out his close friends and all that sometimes because he knew that I would grind him up about doing certain shit. Like, bro, why you here? Like, why you at this hotel with them? Like, why you at this Airbnb with them? Why you doing this? Why you know? Bro, you not regular. Da da da. I used to be on his ass, like grinding him up, like shit like that.
When he passed away, did you have like sort of like a friend guilt, like, dang, like I wish?
I be like, him passing away, that shit kind of fucked me up, cause like I seen him in the D4M like the same day, like earlier that day, and he was walking on foot a little earlier, and I'm like, bro, fuck, like get in the car. I'm like, fuck, you walk around? He said, no, bro, I'm gonna walk to the crib right there, like, but he ain't want to get in the car cause like it was this girl who was in the car with us, and it was like his ex, he ain't want to be around her.
Oh.
So I'm like, sometimes I be thinking, damn, like I should have made him get in the car, like I should have forced him that day or something. Like I should have did something, make him get in the car that day, like.
So with you guys being a duo and then him passing away, how would you say it kind of affected you musically and even like not having him around when y'all first started out in this?
It's crazy, right? You asked me this question. I just read the BET Awards the other day and I seen Busta Rhymes get a speech where he was like, he got kicked out of the group he was in and kind of like fucked him up a little bit because he felt like, damn, like even just doing this by myself, like I never wanted to take on that full responsibility of being a solo artist. I was so used to like us carrying the track together and bouncing off each other in the track that I really didn't have to put in so much work on my own, you know? Because we fed off each other with everything, whether it was performing, whether it was making music, anything, social media, posting, promoting music. And that shit just made, right, that shit just like a big transition and just, I ain't even want to make music. Like,
I was gonna say, did you have to take a break for a minute?
Yeah, I take a break. Like my mind frame was like somewhere else. Like I wasn't even on music. Like I was like in a dark, evil space.
Dang, you know what? Like that's really hard because it's like when I go back, y'all got like music videos together and y'all were actually together. So it's like to jump back in music and not have somebody who you're super close with, like, you know, like Takeoff, like Quavo, Takeoff, like the Migos, how you gotta like perform, but this person is not there no more. Like,
right.
What is that like?
It's crazy, like, especially like my first time going back on stage. I'm used to like walking out, seeing all the flashing lights, me and him. I'm rapping, he started doing his dance, you know, shit like that. It's a whole different transition. The studio gotta be like one of the most like craziest transitions, like being in the studio alone, recording by yourself.
So how would you say you were able to kind of, I wouldn't even say overcome, but how you're able to consistently go even throughout all of those different things that happen?
Just knowing that if I give up or God forbid something happened to me, all this shit would be for nothing. Everything we work for would be for nothing. And it'd just be like, damn, like,
yeah. All right, so I heard from Little Birdie that you about to drop a documentary or you're dropping a mini documentary. So let's talk about that and what the inspiration is behind wanting to drop it.
Right. Well, basically, this documentary is like, it's a short document, it's a mini doc. It ain't like a full documentary. It's a mini doc and it explains so much in a matter of minutes. It's like 4 chapters to it. And they explain like the impact that me and my homies had on the city. They explain like where I started. They explain like how life was, even like around school just blowing up. Around that time, just me balancing out 2 double lives, music life and real life. It just explains so much like that, so it's just like.
Right. And even speaking of impact, what do you feel is the impact that you guys really had on the city?
Changing the whole music dynamic. We said we was gonna change the world. We did. Even though we may not get all the credit we deserve from it, but we know, and as motherfuckers who really know, like, everybody know, I ain't gonna say as motherfuckers, everybody know. Like, motherfucker, you bring up, like, damn, what did Sloan and Skiano do for the city of Philadelphia? If a motherfucker tell you nothing, they lying. Like, and ain't no artist you can bring up here that'll tell you we didn't do nothing for that city. Nobody.
Was it like a thing where y'all kind of wanted to bring the vibes back in the music, like the fun
Yeah,
shit?
like, see, with us, right? Even though, like, you got this club dancing right now, right? You got club dancing. We wasn't really club dancing. Even though we was the first rap on clubbies, we wasn't really club dancing. Like, people who created that was like the D30s and the Two Rares and the Philly Ghosts, them young boys. We was like doing our own little dance, but like even though we had like guns in our video and stuff like that, we was dancing. We was like still making it cool for like killers, robbers, and real motherfuckers, like street motherfuckers to dance, because we was still dancing. You know, even the kids was dancing. Like we had like little dances that we had that the city know about, but we did it.
When I first came around you, I was a little late, but it was the Drive Who Crazy. My daughter, like, that song was on TikTok, and so she kept playing that song. I'm like, girl, what is this? What is this song? And I had went through your catalog. So even with that and going viral on TikTok, how did that even come about for you? Or when did you find out that it was actually blowing up like that?
That video blew up like so fast. Like, it blew up like the same night I posted it. Like, it was like and I posted it at like 9 o'clock. By like 11 o'clock, it was already at like 80,000 views on TikTok. So I posted on Instagram and it went up. I woke up in the morning, that shit was like 100-something thousand every day. I just was freestyling in the car. I was actually looking for a beat called That Pussy a Dry Who, That Pussy a Dry Who, Dry Who, Dry Who. It was some shit like that. It was like a beat like that. That's why I said That Pussy a Dry Who Crazy. That still was a Drive You beat, but it just they had a full sample that I was looking for. But it worked out.
No, that sound as a viral. I just always think it's crazy. Like, you never know when some stuff will go viral.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that, like that becoming like a major sound. Like even during the pandemic, like that was like a big ass sound. Yeah. And so I would say, in your perspective, just even the freestyle and seeing it go viral like it did, like what type of impact would you say that had on you?
It boosted my female fan base. Like a lot. Like, you laughing?
Really?
I'm dead serious. It boosted it a whole lot. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, just from that song, and it wasn't even a love song. That's crazy, right? I seen the comment like, this boy just said, I'm a dog, I ain't something you should love. Yet the female still in the comments, losing their mind. He said, I gotta change my whole game plan. That shit was funny to me.
Now you gotta come for the ladies every time. You gotta make music for the ladies.
Yeah, for sure.
Now let's get into this acting bag that you have. So for you, has acting always been like something that you wanted to step into?
Yeah, especially like being young. I was so in like to action movies and shit like that. Like, yeah, so that right there, me being on Bel Air acting, that shit was like crazy to me. I also just did another movie called Old Heads.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about those. Okay, so back to the Prince of Bel Air reboot. How did that come about for you?
One day I got a DM from a casting agency, lady named Elon. And she asked me, do I want to be on Bel Air? She asked me what I like to audition. She didn't even say Bel Air. She asked me what I like to audition for a new series, Peacock, that's presenting. And I'm like, yeah, she asked my email, she asked my representative email. She sent over like a script and said, send over the audition tape behind like a white wall. Send over audition tape, self-audition tape, back, and we'll get back to you, and we'll let you know. So I sent it back like the next day. And I do it the next day, I recorded it the next day, and I sent it back that same night.
Okay, so the audition, you auditioning, like how many takes did you have to do?
I did it like 4 times. 4 times, but like the second one I did was like perfect. But I still kept doing it so in case it could be perfecter. That's not even a word, but you know, it could be better.
Were you nervous when you submitted your tape?
Yeah. I'm like, because this is like a life-changing opportunity, you know?
Yeah, that was like your
So,
first, that was your first acting gig, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, yo, I'm really on TV. Like, that shit don't go nowhere. Like, this is for life.
And the movie, I mean, not the movie, but the upcoming acting gig that you have is Old Heads.
Yeah.
So with that, talk about your role in it.
I basically, I don't want to give away too much.
You give away like a tiny bit, like a little bit, or
It showed that I can carry a role. It showed that, like, so when people looking for me, they feel like me seeing me in Bel Air, but not seeing like so much of me in Bel Air. You just see me right there where you see me at on that first episode. Not saying I won't come back. But just seeing this shit right here, show you that I can like carry a role.
so with Old Heads, like you acting, like you.
Yeah.
Dang, we can't even talk about what character you played or none
I
of that.
played-
can we?
No, I play like a gangster though.
So with those type of roles, like, do you have to like mentally prepare yourself for all of that, or?
Yeah, I just try not to forget my lines. That's about it. Like, and I try to like be in character, like really being like full character. I know to study my lines and really like take it serious. You know, I don't take nothing like too lightly. I don't play around with nothing that involve my career. I take everything serious.
What's the hardest part with acting? I know you said forget your lines, but is that the hardest part?
No, that's not the hardest part. I mean, what's the hardest part? So I'm like a bougie nigga, you hear me?
Not
So,
bougie.
Yeah, so I just try to make sure I look good on camera at all times. That's all.
So your hardest part is the look, like making sure you look good. What?
Make sure everything's gotta be.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the last body of work you dropped was Full Moon
Yeah.
in 2021. And now you're about to drop your next project, I Couldn't Decide. So what's been the journey with this project in particular?
There's a lot of bumps in this journey. But it was a good journey. I did a month out of LA when I first signed. I was out of LA for a whole month. Recording. And none of the records that I did in that month, well, no, I'm lying. Why the fuck I said it? Only one record. But no a record that I recorded that whole month is going on this project. So I just did like more and more recording and just like really trying to like elevate my sound, play with my sound, just do as much unique shit as possible that my supporters, my fans never heard of, the world never heard of. Like, so I just try to take shit to the next level with my music.
Now with I Couldn't Decide, that's about to drop, what would you say were the different inspirations that you was pulling with this album?
Me not being able to decide whether I wanted like the wolf side of me on there or the type of records I want on the album regardless. Like, so I give it like a club side and I give it like a wolf side. So you got two different sides of me. Sides that my day one fans and supporters love me, and side that like a lot of the new fans that came off of TikTok all around the world that came like, and that's a big demographic too, like them fans coming on TikTok. So I just gave them both. I just wanted to feed everybody.
And when you make music, do you ever take in your younger artists as a consideration for the certain things that you talk about?
Yeah. Saying like, do I look back at my like younger
Just
self,
like think about like when you're making the music, you feel like, I don't want to sound too dark because I know I have a younger audience. Like,
oh. It's like two different sides. I got my fan base is like, it'd be like two different. So I know I got fans that I still got. So sometimes I got like songs I'm like, damn, like I still got youth listening to me, you know?
yeah.
This song, or like the youth, they gonna let us song. The middle age, they gonna let us song. The older people gonna feel this. Like I done gave them like a Tevin Campbell sample, shit like that. You know, just trying to give them like different. The lead is gonna let it. So I just think about everybody when I'm making music.
Now, right now, where do you feel like you are with your career?
But I ain't gonna never like stop and just go like unless I'm making like a song for like a sync song or a commercial, like really going full blown.
Yeah, like mainstream?
Yeah, like if I'm not even that though, cause like saying if I'm making a song for a particular reason, like I can ease over and make a song like that, like strictly for the youth. Like it gotta be a commercial, no cursing.
Now, I do want to ask you, damn, I had asked it earlier, but I'm going to ask you again. Where do you feel like you are in your career right now?
I don't remember you asking me that, but I feel like I'm trying to get to that ceiling right there. I'm only right here. Probably right here. I'm right here.
It seems like you got a whole cult fan base. Like
Yeah,
you have a huge.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's so hard to stay like you see a lot of motherfuckers come and go. To stay relevant for like 4 years and not be like have a cosign from no bigger artist. Shit like that. That's like that can be a challenge. Like you don't need nobody. Sometimes you like damn like nobody not showing me no love, but no, you shouldn't feel like that. I never felt like that. Ain't nobody never give me no cosign. Like, and I done been around artists. I fuck with a lot of artists, but like I ain't asking for one either though. Like nobody owe me no shit, no cosign like that. But
Damn. So and that leads me into like your grind and just what it looked like for you throughout you pursuing music.
what you want to know?
As far as like, just like the different sacrifices you had to make, like the different risks you had to make.
See, that go back to what I told you earlier. If I don't keep going, everything was for nothing. Everything. Everything.
And that's some real shit.
My real shit.
So it's like an all or nothing thing for you.
All or nothing.
What would you say has been like the craziest time that you went through while trying to make music?
Losing homies, like in the midst of it. Like after I lost Skiano, it didn't just stop with him. I lost more homies. In the midst of that, like, but I'm still trying to keep my head on the right path. So just trying to like deal with that. Cause at the end of the day, like artists are still human too. And you got like fans is like, and like supporters, people on Instagram, like you got like trollers, you got all type of shit. But you trying to balance out real life.
Yeah.
And people act like you're not a human, like, but you're a human at the end of the day. And motherfuckers don't understand it.
As an artist going through all of that, how do you even focus in? Like, what are some things that you got to do to kind of unplug?
Back to what I told you, I just tell myself, if I don't keep going, all this shit for nothing. I don't got no plan B. I ain't finished high school or nothing, but that, you know, I ain't gonna say that my life gonna be over, but this is what I'm on.
Yeah. Why would you say you didn't finish high school, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I ain't finished high school due to like music shit like this, what I'm telling you. I was blown up in high school, so it was like getting like kind of like, I would have like different people come like taking pictures with me inside the school, like the younger kids was coming up to my class taking pictures with me, you know? And I got my uniform on too, so that shit just felt like, and then hearing teachers telling me I can't like, yo, can I go to the bathroom? No, sit down. Like, who the fuck is you talking to? Like, I'm him.
They was damn near trying to get you security in high school.
No, but my principal was trying to make me do homeschool too, like.
So it had got too big at a point.
Yeah, then the other high schools was booking me and my homie to come perform in their high school while we had to be in school.
So rap is life for you, like rap being your life.
And you know how people say ball is life, rap
Yep.
is life. I take this shit serious.
Wow. Now let's get into this video that you just dropped, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about the inspiration that you pulled with this visual.
Yeah.
What did that look like for you?
I recorded that out in New York with my guy, Minnie Boom. And that beat, it just was like so tricky. I liked that beat. It was just so tricky. I just had to make a song on it. Like when people hear it, and I just wanted to be as lyrical as possible in there. Just show people like, yo, this nigga can really rap, you hear me? So.
Wow, so this year, are you focusing on being more lyrical?
I'm just focused on being unique as possible. I don't never care about being lyrical. Cause I give you a whole song. I got a whole song, just ad-libs called D4M lingo, where I ain't say a goddamn lyric on there one time. And it's still streaming well, you know? But it's different, nobody did it. Why am I trying to be the most lyrical motherfucker in the world when he trying to be the most lyrical motherfucker in the world? And he trying,
Right.
You got J. Cole, Kendrick. I mean, that's cool, Jay-Z. You got these motherfuckers who really, but it's like, everybody trying to be the most lyrical, and that shit be like, I'm making music at the end of the day. I'm not trying to be no battle rapper or no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make music, great music, unique music, shit that can be like, no time, like no, how they be when they say like the songs where it's like a song where it's like, it's forever lasting, like this song gonna be rolling forever, like like this song gonna be rolling forever. Like this song ain't gonna. I can't even think of the fucking word right now. But yeah, like.
I think it's kind of crazy because, you know, from the outside looking in, we don't see, well, as a consumer of music, you know, we follow artists from the beginning of their career to like where they are now. And, you know, a lot of artists, they start off with their initial sound, but then they go into like what's trending.
Yeah,
and
I hate that. I hate that. I just did like so many interviews during the BT weekend, and I was telling people like, I feel like artists go wrong at is trying to switch it up and keep trying to, like if you got a sound and you feel like this is your sound, or and your people around you feel like this is your sound, or you get any type of like notoriety from that sound, stick with that sound because you got like motherfuckers fuck with you from that sound for a reason. You know? And then when you get to a certain point, some motherfuckers might get to a certain point in their career and try to switch it up. And when you see that, you see they always slowly but surely go down. Especially when the whole world ain't hear you yet. I understand if the whole world heard you and you trying to switch it up, but like when the whole world ain't hear you, like a motherfucker you might hear somebody in your ear be like, no, damn, like this shit sound the same, like the whole city heard this already. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, you talking about the whole city, the world ain't hear this shit. Yeah. Alaska, London, like China, they ain't hear this shit yet. They got whole demographics over there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jamaica, like motherfuckers, it's people who still hear this shit.
Dang. But I know that you say that you try to keep it unique, but if you could, would you say that, and I'm not even just saying this related to you, but would you say that you could kind of see how artists do get sucked into making music that's trending like everybody else?
Yeah, yeah, they do. And I don't know why though. Right. That ain't the wave.
It seems like you got to carry a certain confidence in your sound.
Yeah, you got to. It's like you're not even confident in yourself. How the motherfuckers gonna claim you as, this my favorite rapper, like they own rapper, that's my favorite rapper, like, cause they stand in they lane and they don't sound like everybody. Right. I like this rapper right here. I don't, you know?
I see it. Now, Sloan, you got a lot of stuff coming up. You about to drop this project, and you also got the old heads coming out as well. So what else is next for you?
Elevation, just me taking this shit to the next level. Like by next year, after this interview right here drop, by next year, motherfucker gonna keep like this. Motherfucker gonna look like at this interview, like damn, like this nigga did it. Like he did what he said he was gonna do. Like, so this shit don't stop right here. So I got so much next up for me that I can't even just name one thing. Like,
you bringing in the longevity with acting though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get back into that. That's another thing that's coming up. Yeah, acting. Like I'm gonna do more roles, shit like that. I could have been on the main role right now. It's just the simple fact that I didn't feel like taking it. Like I'm trying to focus on music. I had to try to lock in and sign it. Like, you mean I locked in, went hard, and I signed this deal. So as I signed this deal, right now, this is like really my job now. I'm working. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't even get a chance to like take acting like. But I'll be back on that. Like you gonna see me.
Now boxing, I gotta ask you, who you wanna fight?
I don't fight everybody. No real rap.
You wanna just go toe to toe with everybody?
Everybody who box, every rapper who box.
What's gonna be like what's your weight class? Like what would they classify you as?
I probably might go down like 160. I ain't really trying to go no lower. 160.
All right, so we gonna be seeing you with that too. We might see you in the ring, the celebrity boxing match. I ain't gonna lie, I'm curious to see how you fight though. So I'm gonna be tuned in to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all gonna be tuned in. Don't embarrass us now. No, I'm just playing.
No, for real, no, you're right. Can't do that.
Now, before we officially wrap up, you gotta pop your shit on how you coming this year, your artistry, the project, all that.
Blah! It's your boy D4M Sloan Gangsta. You already know how we carried it, man. This year I'm going crazy. July 28th, I couldn't decide the album coming out soon.